This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update for you. I have changed hotels for the month of April since I am sticking around Texas for at least another month while Canada is still keeping its travel restrictions so tight. So I'm now at the Marriott here in Irving, Texas, where before I get into the news, I'll plug my good buddy Wes Briscoe, former Great North Wrestling heavyweight champion and Great North Wrestling Canadian champion. He is coming to SWE Fury right here in Irving, Texas, Southern Junction, April the 24th. That is going to be a huge TV taping. They had actually their best first day of ticket sales ever for this event in Irving, Texas. It's also going to feature the Blood Hunter, managed by Selena De La Renta, versus hardcore legend, former WWE superstar Sabu, managed by Super Genie. But I'll get into the news, the meat of the news here today. Hugo Savinovich, another friend of mine, did an interview with Andrade, who was just got his full release from WWE. Hugo got the scoop, got the first interview. It was in Spanish with Andrade. And he stated that WWE pulled Charlotte Flair from WrestleMania this year, which, by the way, isn't sold out yet, even at the limited capacity. And apparently she was mistakenly told she was pregnant by a WWE-affiliated doctor. And after conducting home pregnancy tests and getting an ultrasound and blood work, it was determined that she wasn't actually pregnant. And the doctor eventually came to the same conclusion that was affiliated with WWE, but they had already made plans to move forward without her. And for those who don't know, Andrade goes out with Charlotte. She used to go out with a guy from Impact Wrestling that had a beard. Braun. I actually don't. I think his name may have been Braun or something. Bram. I stopped watching Impact so long ago, but yeah, someone's going to fill me in on the comments. John Jones said that he's supposed to be getting a fight proposal from UFC next week. There's a lot of speculation that it could be John Jones taking on Francis Ngannou, the new UFC heavyweight champion, if he gets the right offer from Dana White. But Dana White could also go with Derek Lewis, which would have a lot less interest, but he wouldn't have to put up as much money because John Jones is not going to do that fight against Ngannou cheap. That's going to be a tough fight for him. The Guardian is reported that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has now spent more than $1.5 billion on sports washing their people's international view of them, because, of course, in Saudi Arabia, you could still be chemically castrated for being gay, among other human rights questionable stuff that goes on there. But the Guardian report noted that WWE shows I don't know, I've heard it be that they get something like 30 or 40 million a show. I'm not positive how much it is, but WWE shows are part of that $1.5 billion sports washing figure, where supposedly they bring in these large events to help their image, help get away from the human rights issues and so forth that go on in that area of the world. Eric Young got a torn MCL, according to the Wrestling Observer. So speedy recovery to him. Todd Swanson says hello from Colorado. I actually really enjoyed my time in Boulder, Colorado when I was there a few years ago before Vader passed away. I actually had a blast, and I can't really get into it all on record, But it was a very, very fun time in Colorado, I must say. Victor Murphy, what is Sabu going to have to bring to the table to take down the Demon, the Blood Hunter? Sabu has been in there with everybody. He's experienced. He is the nephew of the Sheik. If anyone could have a chance of putting a stop to the Blood Hunter, it would be Sabu. He has the same homicidal mentality, I would say, that the Blood Hunter seems to have. So that's going to be an interesting match in Irving, Texas for SWE Fury, April the 24th. Another interesting match is going to be Rodney Mack versus the Blood Hunter, managed again by Selena De La Renta, on April the 17th in Belton, Texas. Belton, Texas. And the Blood Hunter is actually going to ride a bull at the rodeo before the wrestling event that night. So that's going to be quite a historic night. You're going to have the Texas champion riding a bull in the Blood Hunter, riding a bull at that rodeo. And the SWE Fury heavyweight champion, Charlie Haas, is also going to be on that show. Joseph says the WWE seems to have no problem with Saudi Arabia policies. Can't imagine why that is. I can't imagine why that is at all. Sean Smith says WWE is a multi-billion-dollar machine. Very little interest in their current product. It hasn't even been confirmed that the capacity for WrestleMania is 25,000, but it has been. I haven't heard anything about it being sold out compared to UFC. Managed to sell 15,000 tickets in a matter of minutes for their event in Florida. So that just goes to show you the level of interest in UFC pay-per-view events compared to wrestling. For the actual TV shows, more often than not, wrestling does get better hits and better ratings than UFC. UGCTV1 says he loves the gig open area on the top. I don't know what he means. No idea what he means by that. Let's close this off by this picture that SWE Fury sent me of the Blood Hunter and the number one manager in professional wrestling, Selena De La Renta, who is also a professional wrestling trainer now, as you could watch her training some beautiful young ladies in a video that was posted earlier tonight. I also posted a match between Amber Nova and Miranda Gordy, two of my favorite women wrestlers. Joseph, why would anyone pay to see WrestleMania? I don't know. I really don't know. You'd have to pay me to watch it, to be honest. You'd have to pay me $500 each night to sit through it, and also give me a case of beer and a lot of weed. Victor says he's mainly been following CMLL and SWE Fury, as well as First Combat in San Diego. Well, SWE Fury is my favorite company right now. I like that they're going back to the old school of professional wrestling. That's why I'm out here supporting them. And also, with the restrictions in Canada, I can't even promote Great North Wrestling in Canada or really do anything in Canada right now. So I'm going to stay out here and do as much as I can in a place also where I can work out as long as I want every day, unlike Canada, where I live now. You still have to, they finally got the gyms open, but you have to sign up in hour blocks. So I'm happy to be out of there. Someone was telling me I should be more concerned about COVID. Well, here's the picture. I actually did get my COVID vaccination. Went through the application process and qualified for it. So I'm happy I got that done. So speaking of training, this hotel that I'm at, I already did my weights at the gym, but this one has a 24-hour gym, so I'm going to make use of that and do a second workout in this hotel where I doubt anyone's there at this time of night. So have a good night. We recently, by the way, as I go on and on and on here, I have to plug that we hit over 150 million views officially. So thank you for all of your viewership. I really appreciate it. Danny, Great North Wrestling, which injection did I choose? To be honest, I don't even know. I just signed up for it and I got it. I'm really not that picky of a person or that paranoid of a person. In case you're new and you don't know me that well, I'm I've done a lot of crazy things in my life, so I'm really not too worried about a government injection that will allow me to walk around here without a mask on, like you have the right to do in Texas. If you don't want to wear a mask, it's pretty much open here. So I really like Texas for that. I like the freedom that they give, and the people here are very friendly. So I'm having fun. So have a good night. I'm going to finish my coffee here and hit the treadmill.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or